looks like for this Buffalo Bills team. It's Inside Training Camp, brought to you by State Farm. I'm Andrew Siciliano. That is Daniel Jeremiah. And this is the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills entering year number 2. Josh Allen, thanks for joining us today,
Andrew,
sir.
Thanks for having us.
How is year number 2? How is training camp number 2?
It's night and day as far as knowing what's going on. Obviously, we got the schedule down. You know, being in the dorms, understanding how a defense kind of works now, and being in the same system with Coach Dable for that year, it's been awesome. You know, we're able to bounce a lot of different ideas off each other. I'm very in tune with what goes into the offense, and Coach Dable's done a fantastic job with taking things out that aren't necessarily my strengths and putting in things that I really like.
One of the things I'm curious about is getting a chance to be there when it started for you last year, the Chargers game, and looking at that roster, and then coming here today and looking at this roster. Man, it's a whole new group you've got on the offensive side of the ball. How's it coming together?
It's a lot of new faces. There's a lot of challenges that comes with that. Just getting guys in tune on the same page, getting different body languages down with our receivers. But for the most part, I think we've done a really good job. I think we've got a lot of smart guys that are really tough, that really love the game of football, and I'm excited for this group.
Tell me about Cole Beasley specifically, what he means and what he can help you with in year 2.
Just kind of seeing his body language and how he kind of moves off and on the ball. He's tough to cover down low, and when you get a linebacker on top of him, and he's going to make a miss, he's going to find a window, and he's going to catch the ball for you. So, we've seen a lot of different things from him. We've been asking him to do a lot of different things, but he's responded, and he's up for the task.
Cole Beasley is one of your new wide receivers. You have John Brown here as well, who can get deep. He can work underneath. And we just had Frank Gore sitting here. Obviously, you had LaShawn McCoy, T.J. Yeldon added, Devin Singletary as well. But you wore Frank Gore jerseys. Not
Growing
one.
up. Oh, yeah.
You had multiple Frank Gore jerseys as a kid. Has he signed one for you?
No, I guarantee you they're still in my closet somewhere, though.
They don't fit, I'm guessing.
No, not a chance. But I grew up a big 49ers fan, and obviously Frank Gore was there for a long time. And I literally talked about it today. Like, I have a handshake with Frank Gore. And I told Tyree Jackson, I was like, that's probably the wildest thing I've ever done. Just kind of growing up and seeing him and his work ethic and what he did for San Francisco, and now to be teammates with him, 14, 15 years later, and to see how hard he works and to see how much he loves the game, it's no coincidence that he's been in the league for so long, playing at such a high level.
What's it like, and did you ever think as a kid that you would be able to take a snap, turn, and hand the ball to Frank Gore?
Never in my life. But like I said, he's one of the all-time greats. He's a Hall of Fame first-round ballot. He's just a guy that does things the right way at all times. He's a fantastic dude off the field as well, and I think that's why he's lasted so long. He does things the right way, and he's a very good role model and a very good presence in the locker room to have.
You guys, some nice free agent additions, but also in the draft got some difference makers. On the other side of the ball, from Ed Oliver, What have you seen from him?
Well, I got a bruise on my leg. He came in.
Did he get in trouble for that?
He might have got talked to, but I mean, he's aggressive. He's very powerful at the point of attack. Off the ball, he's very quick, and our O-linemen are going to have to do a really good job with him, and in turn that's going to make them better. But to see his quickness and his strength, it's a rare combination for a guy that young to have. It's going to be exciting for us to have him and be able to watch him.
Every team has a different formula for how they win games. When you look at this version of the Buffalo Bills, what's that formula going to look like for you this year?
Well, I think, one, it comes down to protecting the football, limiting all the turnovers that we have and making sure that we're getting in the right situations. So that's one. We know our defense is going to go out there and do their job, with Coach McDermott and Coach Frazier out there, all the great pieces that they have on the defensive side. In turn, our side on offense got to score the ball and we get the chance. We're going to take care of the ball. We're going to try to move it and attack when we have the opportunity.
Everywhere we go, we hear, well, the Bills have the defense. The Bills win this year if Josh Allen takes the next step, if Josh Allen develops. What does that look like to you when you set your goals on what you need to improve?
Yeah, I really think it comes down to making the right decisions. I'm a gunslinger at heart. I'm very aggressive when the ball's in my hand. I like putting the ball downfield. I think everybody kind of knows that. It's hard to lose because when it works out, it's great. When it doesn't, it's not so great. And I got to understand, when these opportunities present themselves to push the ball downfield, that I can attack. But if it's, 1st and 10 or 2nd and short and trying to skip the third down here and there by dumping it down to one of our backs or to our tight end that's, got 5-6 yards to spare, go ahead and make that right decision and give it to them and let our playmakers make some plays.
I know you and Sam Darnold trained together as you got ready for the draft. You guys are good buddies. Is there any communication at all between you guys during this time of the year?
We're still in a couple group messages on Instagram and things like that. And you know, we keep it light in those conversations, but it's going to be fun to be out in the field with him. Obviously, we got to play once last year. He got me the first time, and
you're keeping score. You're keeping a tally on this, right? You guys are going to be playing against each other for the next 15 years.
Yeah, that's the plan, you know, and we hope, you know, we get the opportunity to do that. But it's a very friendly type of rivalry, I can say. You know, he's a hell of a player, and he's a competitor as well. And when we ever train together, it's always, you know, I want to make a better throw than you. And then after we're done, it's like, let's chill out. Let's, you know, be boys.
Did you guys get on the golf course at all?
We did. Yeah.
Who won that?
He just got his first set of clubs, so I'll give him some time to get out there.
All right, we'll give him a mulligan on that, so to speak. I don't know if you saw it, but Sean McDermott, your head coach, was on Good Morning Football today. Kay Adams and the crew pressed him. Can you throw the ball 100 yards?
No.
He said yes.
He's a very optimistic man.
Okay. He said they're going to put in some 100-yard route combinations.
We'll see. If the wind's blowing super heavy and we might be back at Wyoming in that altitude, maybe we have a chance.
I'll make this bold prediction. If this offensive line can protect for you to throw the ball 100 yards, you guys are going to have an unbelievable season.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Now,
can you out-throw Patrick Mahomes?
You know, it's something that I know that gets talked around a lot. You know, it would be tough. Like Pat said, he's never seen anybody throw the ball farther than him, and neither have I. So, you know, it'd be fun to find that out, whether it's next off season or the next off season after that.
It's pay-per-view, buddy.
That's a pay-per-view.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I'm a big fan of Pat and what he's been able to do. Obviously, coming in the second year and taking the league by storm. You know, he's very humble. He's a great guy. You know, I've met him a couple times and been a pleasure to be around. But what he does on the field is pretty unbelievable too.
This just in, you don't have to throw the ball 100 yards to win football games.
That's right.
Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills trying to win some more games this year here in camp number 2, season number 2.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it.
Us, sir.
Yeah.
Good to see you,
Josh
bud.
Allen.
Good luck, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
the
it.
other Josh Allen that went 7th overall.